A family in Mission confused about why an electric company that they've never used says they need to pay for 3 months of service.
Or they won't unlock their meter connected to their apartment. Channel 5's Marisol Villarreal in our studio with more.
The family says the electric company G-Power isn't the one that they want to use. They just moved into their new apartment and want to switch to someone else. But G-Power has placed what's known as a switch hold on their electric meter, and the family claims they're being told that they have to pay in order to have it removed.
So I told them, okay, what do I have to do to get this switch hold removed? And they told me, okay, send these paperwork and they should allow the switch hold to remove. They told me it takes 24 hours to 48 hours. So I'm like, okay, cool, send the information. And 2 days later, I call back, they denied it.
Jasmine Hinojo and her family moved into their newly leased apartment about a week ago. She says when they first got there was no power. They wanted to make sure that they were covered. So she called her electric company of choice, TXU Energy. But then, that company noticed the switch hold from G-Power on their meter. So they couldn't do anything. Hinojo decided to call her landlord for help. That's when G-Power made the landlord an offer.
She goes in person and tells them, okay, what can I do to get my tenant's light on? They're like, well, you have to pay a fee and then they can stay with us for 3 more months.
But Hinojo says she doesn't want to stay with G-Power. She explains that her landlord went back to G-Power's office the next day and asked if she herself could pay off the past due balances. But she says G-Power claims the previous tenant told them that they're still living there.
And she's like, okay, well, what proof does she have to show y'all that she still lives there? Like, oh, well, we called her. And my landlord was like, okay, just by verbal, you guys are gonna believe her?
We reached out to G-Power to ask about their procedure for removing switch holds. But the person we spoke to said the manager wasn't available. Hinojo says 2 days ago, she and her husband stopped by the apartment again and saw that the power was on. Now, they wonder who's being billed for that power.
So now we're worried that, okay, if they turn on the light whenever they want to, can they turn it off?
Hinojo says she and her family will stay at the apartment for now, but they're leaving some of their stuff at her mother's house just to be safe. Hinojo also says that they've reached out to the Public Utility Commission to see if they can help. They were told that could take up to 21 days, and that today is the 3rd day of that process. We'll keep following this story and let you know how it turns out. In the studio, Marisol Villarreal, Channel 5 News at 6.